The first personal development seminar that I ever went to was called How to Have a Great Day Every Day. And at the time, I was working in a job that I didn't like, with people I didn't want to be working with, and I was pretty unhappy and stressed about the situation. So this idea of having a great day every day really appealed to me. Much of what we talked about will be really familiar to you already. They talked to me about the power of positive thinking, about learning to look for solutions rather than for problems, and that it's okay to want to have, be and do more in life, and at the same time learning to appreciate what I've already got. They taught me about the power of journaling, about reading positive and uplifting books, and they showed me things I hadn't come across before, like visualization and keeping dream boards. It all made perfect sense to me. I started to apply it and I started to get results from it really quickly, and very soon I was deeply hooked. I wanted to learn more, so I read more books and I went to more seminars, and I started putting a different kind of pressure on myself. You see, although my life was getting better, I wasn't yet having a fantastic day every day, and I thought I must be doing something wrong, or I wasn't trying hard enough. So I read more and more books and I went to more and more seminars, but still there were days when I didn't achieve as much as I thought I could, and there were days when no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't motivate myself, and I became increasingly frustrated at my inability to have a fantastic day every day, because all the books told me it was possible and it made sense and I believed it. Then I discovered something that I've been blind to, and that's human beings don't work like that. What goes up must come down, and if we push ourselves to ever increasing highs, then there will be corresponding lows, and that can be a very uncomfortable way to live. Here's a simple truth. For most people, being happy and successful is not built by having a great day every day. It's built by having average days consistently. Living a life of trying to have a great day is a recipe for high stress. Now, some people thrive on that, but most don't. Here's a fantastic analogy from sport. When people are serious about training, they monitor their heart rate and then they categorise it into zones. Zone 1 is resting, right up to zone 5, which is pushing yourself as hard as is safe for your heart. Now, when people are training for triathlons, if they have a coach, they won't be pushed to train at level 5 or even 4 or even 3. They talk to train at level 2, because medical science tells them that if they push themselves any harder than that, they won't make it to the end. The real secret is to push yourself up into that slightly elevated heart rate, that slightly faster than normal breathing, and to be able to do that consistently and just to keep going. The same is true of life. It's a marathon and not a sprint. Sure, we can push ourselves to zone 5 sometimes, and we probably should, but it's not sustainable. If a salesperson, when they really push themselves, can talk to 10 prospects in a day, that's fantastic. But if they try and do that every day, they will burn out pretty quickly. The people who are really successful are the people who learn to talk to 4 or 5 prospects every day. Day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out. And they do it for years. And they stay in the game long enough to become really good at it. What we're talking about here is not lowering your standards. And using that sports analogy again, what it's really about is finding your 2. The place where your heart rate is slightly elevated, the place where your breathing is slightly deeper, and learning to just keep going doing that. I wish you a very average day today.